All right, good morning, good morning. I'm gonna go ahead and get to the news here. It is just running a little bit behind here this morning. Couple of things. Uh, as far as futures are concerned, it looks like we did see a little bit of fluctuation. Hold on one second. There it is. So we saw we did see them fall with technology leading the sell-off. Worries of the impact of aggressive rate hikes, escalating Russian and Ukraine war, China ramping up COVID-19 measures darken the economic outlook. European shares were in the red, pressured by rising government bond yields globally, worried about the potential recession and impact of global profits from a rapid rise in increased rates. UK stocks dropped, and investors focused on fresh measures by the Bank of England to limit the rout in government bonds. Japanese shares closed lower as heavyweight tech stocks fell. Hong Kong stocks tumbled, and China vowed to stick to its zero COVID policy. The US dollar and gold prices were subdued. Oil slid more than 2% on a recession. China COVID fears. A couple of other things we see U.S. not expecting any big breakthroughs on debt issues this week. Treasury officials, Janet Yellen, views debt restructuring as a key priority, but senior Treasury officials said they do not expect any major breakthroughs on debt matters as of this week. U.S. has found quality problems at Lilly's drug factory. Go figure. Eli Lilly plant has already been subject to federal investigation over manufacturing lapses, according to government report by Reuters. Cryptoverse hacks and jitters push Bitcoin investors back to the future. I don't even know what the fuck that means. So, all right. Uh, let's see. We also see Amazon, the online retailer, filed up holiday season shopping with its second major sales event of the year as rivals Walmart and Best Buy joined in with discounts to woo customers grappling with inflation squeeze Christmas budgets. All right. So let's cut this down a little bit. All right, so no further ado as far as the watch list is concerned. Here's how it goes. Here's how it is. Yesterday, right? Took a little play to the upside, didn't work out, didn't hold that level that we needed to, didn't push that pivot point on that lower time frame. And guess what? We exited the play and I left for the day, and I'm sure as hell glad that I did. Because even this move here in after hours is really nothing to shake a stick at. MRO hit the dumpy while we are hedged. Yep. And you know what? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We're glad that it's there. 2680 was my target last night. 2675. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was the potential target to the downside following that trend line. But so, as far as Tesla is concerned, what I want to see today, if we are going to move to the upside, this is all typed out in my channel. We need to hold above 222.27. Okay. Period. End of story. No volume, no trade. Count me out. To the downside, right? There's a couple of levels. I'll mark them out as we go. So you've got this one right here. This is going to be the 221 level. We've also got, there's a couple little micro levels here, but we also have 219.60, which I see as a favorable balance level. Same thing to the downside. We also see 218.50, 218.55. That is S1. There's a low right here at 217, but the only target that I have to the downside past that is actually 216.75. Why? Weekly level, right? The weekly level right here, and it's actually 216.50, is a major, major bounce level. So if we were to fall that far, again, as you guys can see right here, that would be clearing last week's wick and then moving down to our S1 pivot on the weekly time frame. Big red candle here, but I did and do want to remind everybody that we are in the box. I don't know why the music had just ended right at the same time as I did that. Eerie timing. All right. So anyway, if there is any move to the upside, I would imagine the upside move could be around my target that I was talking about yesterday, around 237, which is the median point here for that zone, which would be a good retest level. And then let's go ahead and move on to Meta. So Meta right here, like I said yesterday, I went ahead and trimmed down out of everything, no bounce off of support. We actually failed, and I mentioned this yesterday, but we failed to break and hold really anywhere. We've looked at previous bounces, and I talked about this yesterday with a couple of people. Make sure you guys mute your mics if you guys don't have your mics muted. I don't know whose mic I hear right now, but all right, never mind, I got it. So anyway, big bounce. You guys can see that. That's the kind of response that we need. And those bounces were stifled. So that being said, just to keep it simple, that is our low. We are currently below that. We would have to break and hold above 132.60 in order to get that gap fill there. And even upon that gap fill, we are not even close to, and so this is what you have to factor in, right? Is that a profitable play, right? So right now you're at 230, 255. Let's say you reject that mark, or let's say you gap fill very, very quickly at the bell, and then you reject that candle closes here. Maybe you get down to 129 or 130, right? For a day trader using a couple weeks out, that's probably not the most profitable move that you could be looking at, right? As a scalper, sure, right? You can end up, legging in hotkey in and out, use this level 130, 132. So make sure that you have some sort of profit margin or some sort of risk to reward in your mind as far as whether or not that is going to end up being, play that you want to end up taking. So what would need to happen here in order to see any sort of upside move is a gap fill and hold above 134.50. So as you guys can see, the majority, not the majority, all of the candles, even the ones that clear and tap that pivot point, all close at 134.35. So that's simple. That's what we're going to be watching for today. Now, in regards to MRO, all right, we're not going to panic. Okay, these contracts are relatively cheap. You should still have your hedge. If you have your hedge, I'm probably going to end up looking to take profit on said hedge. Now, here's the deal, right? Getting stomped out of a swing trade with a long expiration is a lot less traumatic, right? And we've already trimmed out at 100%, which is awesome. We've hedged ourselves off the top. A lot of you guys already took profit. That's awesome. If you hedge yourself again or you have hedged, that's great, right? So here's the way that you can chalk this up. It's hit our stop loss. Okay. It is currently at that stop loss, right? A little bit under it. So here's how we can factor this in. We have a gap above us. Now that gap can immediately get wicked up to, and then we could end up breaking out of 27.45. So you can either and here's how you would want to do this. You would want to take profit on that put, and you would want to go ahead. I would suspect that we will see a bounce. If you see that bounce, you can use that to go ahead and either exit and set the open as your stop. Like go ahead and cut it because your whatever cushion that the hedge is giving you, you don't want to surpass that. You don't want to dig into it because it's going to allow you to get out of that trade. So we're hedged. We're good to go. No reason to fret. If you have those hedges and you have multiple hedges, trim, take a couple of them off the books so that way that you are securing a little bit of that profit. Yes. So cut the put. And if we end up moving down lower, okay, it's that simple. If we move down, we'll go ahead and mark it as pre-market lows, which pre-market lows are currently 26.75. We did talk about this last night, right? I talked about this. This is what I'm also looking at, guys, is this trend, right? That trend is not just coming from nothing. Like there is something there. So we could see a pop right back up in gap fill. So I'm going to cut the put. And if we end up falling any further, I'll go ahead and cut it. That's it. And it's not going to be a sizable loss. They're relatively light contracts. Again, this is how swing trading goes, but it's all in slow motion, right? Now we have time to speculate on whether it's a good time to exit, good time to take profit on our hedges. You don't have that kind of time when you're day trading, scalping, right? For the most part. So this really slows things down so that you guys can obviously and that's one of the purposes of taking this trade. I still think that there is a good potential for continuation to the upside. But I have to abide by price action and the chart. So if we end up, and this is a sizable rejection, so if we end up pushing that gap and holding, then I would have faith in possible continuation to the upside. All right. I want to cover PayPal really quickly. This one, literally the exact same thing, folks. 8411 right here. You're opening up candles already wicked up and tried to tap this 8450. For me, I think, and I'm going to go to the hourly here. For me, I'm just looking at this one. If it moves back up, if you have if anybody has the puts, right? We're down at a low. I do, and I suspect that we're going to continue to the downside. I'm just going to go ahead and mark it as 85.22. I'll cut it there. If you break and hold above that, I'll cut it there. It does look like it could end up bouncing back up. We're gapped down, so the initial move could be to the upside. So if you want, you can go ahead and take profit on that. Not a big deal. Um, if you have so I did end up having a medical. I had to hedge myself, obviously. This one being below that support, I trimmed down yesterday because again, price action did not fit the bill. So I went ahead and trimmed down. I have got one, and at this point I'll just cut it. If and really I'll before I even cut it, I'll probably just play it to the downside, not really thinking about anything else. So if we end up moving anywhere below 130, 132, then there is the obvious move down. I may end up scalping Meta down to around 130. Not to 130, but around 130 because we want to take profit before it bounces. Um, let's see here. Okay, that's it. I am, let's see, it is 9:15. Let's check. Cool. Good morning. What's up, DJ? What's up, Texas? Man, DD reverse. What's going on, dude? Unmute me. There was a bunch of sounds coming from your mic. All right. 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Is Tesla hitting we'll see. I'm not sure exactly if hold on 1 second.
Rates. HLBZ Help is expanding its partnership with Move It to display geo-targeted proximity banners to movie users using Help is electric vehicles. That's Hotel Lima Bravo Zulu. Russia's foreign ministry says Moscow is open to diplomacy at all levels.
Oh, shut up. Tesla shows signs of an imminent bounce. That's coming from a headline. Scary. I would say that a move above
AWB,
132.64
plans to hire
um
efficacy of
oops.
Streptococcus pneumonia vaccine candidate against pneumococcal pneumonia at World At World Vaccine Congress in Barcelona, that's Bravo Whiskey Victor.
Pre-market highs are 132.65, which is also yesterday's base. So pre-market lows are 131.35. Tesla, again, not a big fan of the bottom that we have. Not a lot of risk to reward. There could be a move down. I would say 210 would be the target for Tesla. But that's obviously moving past a weekly level. So, but I'm looking at the trend and the S1 target here with the confluence. And that seems like suitable enough to me, given the fact that if we have the selling pressure, the lows are here and the highs are here. And it's just really that simple. I mean, the hourly really makes this a simple chart, um, to interpret. Guys, if you've been doing this for a couple of years, if you've been doing this for a couple, even, a half of a year, remember, like, note and maybe even study the price action that you uh that you can't trade in, right? This type of price action, note the volume, note, read the tape, look at how crazy the tape is or choppy the tape is. Those are things that you can do in order to get signs of whether or not
Says Russia has not received a peace talks in Turkey. Says the more the United States votes Zelensky's regime, the harder it becomes to find a diplomatic solution.
oh, I'll diplomat your solution. All right. Sorry. What the fuck? Just a quick reminder, as of tomorrow, we have data coming in today, really nothing too crazy. FOMC member talking at 12. Tomorrow, though, PPI and core PPI month over month, G20 meetings, and FOMC minutes. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you. I did write that down last night. Amazon had a falling wedge. So you know what? We might we might take a look at that one today. Interesting gap up there. Yeah, I like that chart. Thank you for reminding me. Let's look at what time is it? All right, it's 9:20. We got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You need to know where you're going to enter and why. You need to know how much you're going to be putting into that trade and how much you'd be risking if you got stomped out.
NATO's Stoltenberg says on upcoming NATO's nuclear exercise, this is a routine exercise that was planned a long time ago.
Spy sketching me out, though. Not gonna lie.
Says it would send the wrong signal if we were to cancel a long planned exercise now.
Hold on 1 second with me. Interesting. I'll tell you what, for sure, 361 and 362 are trend changes for SPY. That's okay. Listen, as long as you're hedged on MRO, we're currently at the hourly pivot point in the median of that level. We could even retest 2650 and still stay bullish. Am I looking at snow? I feel like everybody's been looking at snow this morning. We're going into earnings season, so I mean, really, I think after CPI, we can start to catch the vibes a little bit easier. But I do see AMD possibly retesting 50. So that's a thing. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't have a lot of information for you on, which is rare, but I don't really like these levels. It's not super clean. But I will give it the, I see S1 right there. Let me clean those up a little bit. Okay. So I will say 145, right? That would be a target to the downside. You do have this bounce level at 148.61. Any move back up above 165, that can spur a retest or a move up to like the 167.75 or 171. But that would really be it for snow. So strong sell, definitely more of a bearish pattern here on the daily and the 4 hour. So could see it continuing to the downside. And I guess on the daily, this looks a little bit better. Um, my median, I would like it right about there, 135, 30, 35. So um, okay, so I see a candle close above that. I see a bounce on that and move to the median. So yeah, I would suspect that if you can close, and really this 150 mark is going to be the 75% mark. So that would be where I'd be looking for a bounce. So. All right, let's go ahead and get our setup here. Now, listen, if you're one of those people who watches one stock, if you're having a problem zooming in or watching a to certain specific time frame too much, do yourself a favor and open up the hourly. If you have multiple chart capabilities, open up the hourly, open up the 15 minute, and open the three, which or whatever time frame that you prefer to trade on. Um, and leave it at that. So hold on 1 second. Fix that. Perfect. Yo. Wow.
TSLA Palisade Bio naming a new interim CEO. Yeah,
You guys don't mind if you guys are tuning in on any other platform, if you guys don't mind checking out. I just posted a couple of TikToks last night. Almost there. We're at 700. So
he is the current CFO of
a sell on PPI news. I think that we could move in anticipation of
NATO.
the PPI.
So
So
Ukraine needs lethal weapons, artillery, armored vehicles, air defense systems, and anti-tank weapons.
all right. So really also really quick. Um, if you don't, if you do, right, might be a good time to do so. Jot it down if you have a journal. I'd like to jot down how you just kind of how you're feeling this morning, as far as like, are you nervous? Are you, do you feel confident? Do you feel excited? Like whatever it is, just jot that down and maybe just like some thoughts on the market. Like looking at the market to potentially, stay in range today or chop today, and then review that at the end of the day. Um, it's been a nice little trick for me. So I can't get approved for any level two options on TradeStation or any other broker. Then you're being too honest. You gotta lie. Who's the guy talking? That's me. Oh, Benzinga Pro. Go to my link tree. Obviously there's more than just this. But oh shit. But you can get a free trial. And it's got scanners and all sorts of stuff. But that's Charlie. It's kind of a pain in my ass. All right, down here. Maybe we hit that trend line. I don't know if we melt that. We have contraction, right? Contraction. We can't time whether we're going to keep going with the contraction shit. So, um, Yeah, I would just be careful here. For SPY, watch 357.78 as a trigger, a close below that, and we could see some more downside. So Meta's looking dumpy. Although it's sitting on a trend right now. Don't be man, I tell you what, they might slap someone around today. Don't be surprised. I still see this wedge on Meta on the hourly. Meta has a fucking look at this hourly wedge on Meta. I just drew it way clean. Look at this. Oh, I think I had regular hours on. No, I had extended hours on. Yeah, so it's almost like a pre-market wedge here. We'll see. All right.
1 minute to the U.S. market open.
Remember, we don't break range. I'm not moving in heavy into anything. As long as we're in this area, I'm keeping it light. I'm not a scalper. That's not my first MO, nor is that going to be my first instinct here. I'll take a trade below this. That'll be my stop loss. I'd like to see a candle close and a push below that. 218 even. And then again, we have sold off quite a bit. And there are some reversal patterns around the market. So I'm going to stay on my toes here. Um, Nvidia's starting to break down. If you are in MRO puts, we are now at 2620. All right. We're looking for a bounce off of 2640. If we don't get it, you can just let that put ride if we have to. So,
MGM bet MGM named an official sports betting partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Michael Golf. Michael. INTX and Pixon reports recent purchase orders of industrial IoT solutions, supporting a variety of customers. That's Peter
okay.
Papa X-ray, INTX. NTNX.
Pre-market highs getting tested here on Meta.
Research.
Tested, not broken. Right? We do have a 208 EMA right here. Immediate reversal or immediate rejection, excuse me. Contracts for MRO don't seem to have or haven't loaded quite yet.
Axios reporting that TikTok is planning to build its own product fulfillment centers for the U.S.
They were. Holy shit, Amazon said, no, I'm cool. Watch a 111 move for SPY. SPY is dumping or pulling back pretty hard here. It's at that level I talked about here this morning. But I'm watching individual stocks, not trading SPY. So okay, I'm 100% up on the put on MRO. That is closed out now. Out. I am down $9 a contract, y'all. $9 a contract on the November 18th. Do you guys see the beauty of this? It's beautiful. 100%. That's money, dude. All right. I'm out of all of them. We're gap filling now. Am I gonna average down? Probably not. I will take it back up above the same level that we were watching before. So Gonna hold on to those. Meta is 130.50, just like we talked about. Ooh, shit. Okay. All right. Dang. Dang. The fuck did Meta do? Dang. Dang. I didn't catch that play. If you took that play below pre-market lows, that's orb strategy right there. You had a good target to the downside. That's a scalp, dude. Right there. Nice move. No, I'm not taking it. Oh, damn. And that would go ahead and totally invalidate any of that. Not. Oh my God. Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm watching right now. I'm looking at Meta that did just hit S1. Oh my God. I have to go to the daily here. One 126.66. Sunny G, man, they always like to pull that kind of stuff on that type of news. So
Shares of Uber trading now down 9.5%. Uber Technologies near the lows. Shares of Lyft
oh, when did I do
trading
that?
down about 9.5% as well. $11.62 after the
Good job if you caught Meta. Yeah, I didn't fucking anticipate that.
as
But again, risk to reward. I mean, that was definitely a good move to the downside. If you were scalping. I'm watching Tesla right now, which is doing that stupid shit. So also watching MRO. SPY is free falling. 357 is next. I don't have a target on SPY until like 354, under 357.
Neil Stoltenberg says veiled nuclear threats are dangerous and reckless. Russia knows that a nuclear war cannot be won, must never be fought.
I'll also be saying stuff, I swear to God. I cannot chase Meta, guys. Can't. Sorry. I want to, but I can't. All right, so Tesla's not going to do it. Amazon's sitting right at that floor, 111. It is going to fill a gap at 110. I didn't see this last night. 110.75. Watch for a bounce. Damn, Meta move. Meta, what in the hell is going on? 127.60, 61. Yeah, same thing, Big Stepper. I'm watching for pullbacks before I get into anything. I don't know if he's on. Patience, guys, patience. I know it's tempting. I know that there's like a feeling inside of you that probably makes you, if you're new, that makes you feel like you're missing out on everything and you're never gonna make money again. That's not true. Just wait. Hmm. Okay, Tesla. Now let's do a volume evaluation. Right now, opening volume, bullshit. Absolute malarkey. I don't know if Meta is moving down on that TikTok news, but that's all I can think. Maybe. Oh my God. Okay, none of these things are important at all. And this thing is melting.
Shares of DoorDash Storage
Speak
Ash
up.
off the lows now at 44.29. Also,
You got it, buddy.
that department labor proposal, DASH.
Bruh. That's nice. Step two, skip that ad. All right. Wow. Great heavens. Bruh, I'm really wigged out right now on like, okay, yeah, I get it, Amazon's, and what did Amazon just tap? Okay, still nothing yet. I'm a little mind blown right now on this move off of Meta and the fact that right now on Tesla scalpers, right? One thing that we mentioned last night, right, was we wanted to see a close above the above the 5 minute 208 EMA, right? Obviously, we want to keep in mind volume and where we're at on the chart. This is not where I step in, right? I'll fill this imbalance. There's a ton of money to be had in this area here. There could be an entry, but right now we're approaching that downtrend that we discussed last night. And so for me, not doing it right now. Sorry. All right, hold on 1 second. Why is AMD up? No idea. I did see on semiconductor flow coming in last night. Heavy, 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 heavy. Very unusual. It gapped down here this morning. Oh my god. Big stepper. This is straight bids. Straight bids. There is not any pullback from me right now. Good God. Oh, MRO going for it. Starting to push a little bit high of day. Guys, I'm literally not done. Watching the tape. Watching the tape. So October, what is this? What is that? 126 put? Is that a Red Book was bad? Oh, that's right. All right, it did get a little bit of a pullback there, but it was nothing. So I think this might be a straight flush. 127.50 is next. MRO, guys, look what's happening. Pretty so far so good. Too soon to call it. Energy's moving up, okay? And we bounced. We're back up at where our stop loss is. We're above our stop loss as of right now. So I'm watching MRO because MRO looks pretty good. And again, if you get this gap fill, you'll probably end up being slightly green again. So that means that again, once again, we've hedged ourselves for over 50%, this time 100% to the downside, and we're still not losing money. So if you're new, I want you to take notes on how much stress, right? Opposed to like, should we try and get into meta right now? You know, like this thing is moving crazy. Of course not. You know, like of course we don't want to get into meta right now. Like it's maybe on a pullback if we can see something build. Do we want to get into Tesla right now? Do you imagine how many people are sweating? I hope it breaks out right now. Nothing. You could get in, but where are you gonna cut, right? If I got in, I would cut right there, 221.50. But I'm not getting in. As I say that. All right. I think now the fact that it held a divergence from the dump, good sign, liking that. But we're still in the box, guys. I don't react to a 15, like a 5 minute candle. That doesn't do it for me. All right. Let's also remember this right here. You guys see this, that level from yesterday, right? Or excuse me, right here. I'm off. That's what we're struggling with. Look at that. Sellers are like, nah. So we're still now we are primed for what could be a potential bounce here. But let's see what we get. And let me also take a look. Oh, shit. Okay. My jazz is bothering anybody, let me know. All right, so looks like a little triangle here. Right there. So yeah, that's not me right there.
QNGY, Quantity Systems, has a connection with restriction.
So here's the deal. If you were your jazz is too damn jazzy.
41
I like acid jazz.
26.
Um
Employees.
if it's too loud though, let me know. I always smile when I see Cheeto macaroni on live. First it was a spaghetti or something like that. I don't know what it was. It's my favorite. I would never eat Cheeto macaroni, but bounce. What is going on with coin? Why are you guys freaking out? Ooh,
HY.
someone lost money.
Our container.
How'd they do that?
FedEx Freight Terminal in Port of Los Angeles. That's Hotel Yankee.
All right, I am pulling up Tesla. It's showing a whole lot of gumption. October 14th, possibly. Obviously, if you want to stay a little bit more, you can go next week. I don't like it. I'm finding a mark. All right, simple 224. We'll look at it there. Right now, it has nothing to do with me. We're not friends. MRO. Gap fill. Is anybody seeing this? This is relaxing. Watching MRO is soothing. Talk about a lack of stress. And it's got a nice little wedge here. We'll see if we get a pop, a gap fill and a move above 27.75, and we might be able to send it. Look at MRO doing it. Tesla. Boom. So move up might give you 225 or 225.50. Is this enough for you to play? Right? That's up to you.
TSLA, Tesla shares popping here, 223.50.
Shut up.
Tango Sandy Lee.
I right as he was saying that, I might grab a lighter 235 just to kind of as like a last, just to, if we do pop. And I'll keep a tight stop on that one at 223.50. And I'm gonna wait for that. We got that's a 15-minute candle. We've got 2 minutes and 35 seconds. And I'll wait for that 5 minute candle to close. Otherwise, this is showing. If we go to the 3, it's showing a whole lot of lackluster. But if we were to push and hold, I think 223.86, 224, definitely weighs the are up into the ante. So right now the Tesla, uh, I think the majority of stocks right now that I am observing are holy shit. Okay, hold on. I did not even look at PayPal. Anybody in PayPal? Anybody in PayPal? I'm not even paying attention this morning, dude. I'm lost like last year's Easter eggs. I had a really rough morning. You are? I am. Okay. If you were in PayPal, October 28th, anybody take those yesterday? The $80 calls. Those were at 228. It's currently at 360. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Wow. Damn. I gotta pay attention. I was doing too much. Listen, my son forgot his backpack at school today. I forgot my debit card after driving all the way down to my favorite coffee shop that I haven't been to in a minute. Uh, got there, and then my phone, I thought I had charged, um, it died. So then I couldn't even do the tappy thing, and I had already ordered my drink. It was ridiculous. And then the guy who knows me, and he thinks I'm a cool guy, I guess. He was like, "Dude, you always tip us like five. Like it's on me today." I was like, "Hell yeah!" I'm glad that I tipped heavy. But it's been a chaotic morning. If you guys have any of those PayPal gains, let me see them. I want to see them.
TSLA Tesla shares now spiking here.
Shit,
Tango Sin.
that's exactly what I was just talking about. No.
Seeing some heavy option activity in.
I'm sure you are. 230 strikes right here. Let's look at that. Look at that volume on that candle, man. Who, me? Or the market? All over the place. I am probably all over the place today. I swung PayPal. Yeah, no, I swung PayPal today. I'm managing MRO. That's actually a lot more than I usually do. Right here, guys, look. This is still that level. Look where that candle opened up. Look at where that candle closed. Right now, the option activity on this is bonkers. So this could be a fake out to the upside if it falls back underneath 223.75. That's dead. Bounce, right? Bounce here, and the market looking at SPY. If SPY can manage a bounce, then at that point I will look to go ahead and leg into probably that 230 October 21st. This week's okay too. Obviously, it's Tuesday, so otherwise, the clappage. Down 3% on MRO. No reason to cut. All right, I like this bounce right here on Tesla. But again, we're up against that key level. Got 230s loaded here. 443, 440. Those are for this week. Volume looks good. Looks really good. But we know how this goes, right? We know how this goes. We know what happened if we don't end up getting that solid break. That's it. pins just crossed one of my marks. Super eyeing Meta. Holy almost
US labor market
100% on
show,
PayPal. If you have any runners,
would affect healthcare, construction, transportation,
I just left one, but
retail,
I'm not,
and restaurant workers.
not being greedy here. I'm long Tesla and living the dream, man. Nice job. I know you were probably in on that one a little bit early, right when I was looking at that 235. And then again, I had to. This is actually a perfect example, right? So just being aware of myself, of me being over too much. I'm in too much. I doing too much. Looking at Meta, managing MRO, looking at taking profit on a swing, all that kind of stuff. This is why I keep a short, small watch list so that I don't go end up being all over the place because I do. Looking at Tesla right now though, as like kind of like the main thing there though. But I tell you what, they pulled that sucker back, and this thing doesn't move to the upside. Let's look at the five. Look at the 5 minute candle close. Not good. Not good. You got 51 seconds to pull it out of your ass and actually move up. But that's a pretty gnarly rejection right there. Baba needs to go to the hospital. PayPal might end up giving you a new low. Might end up hitting 80.50 here. Dude, I tell you what, Tesla doesn't care about your family. Oh, dude, that rejection was money right there. Oh my God, 225, man, keeping it. What do we have? 4 minutes left. I'm looking at extended hours as well. Yeah, that does not look good for a continuation to the upside. Let's see. Didn't break range. That's most important, right? So right now we can look at this level. Is currently where you are holding. That's the 5 day pivot point or 5 minute pivot point, as well as the 9 day moving average. So I would say that a candle close below that would be insightful information for continuation or a reversal to the downside following SPY. All right, so business decisions on MRO. Again, trying to multi-manage or multitask here. So we are seeing a rejection of 27.22, right? But this brings us back down to our stop loss. We are currently down $6.67. Um, I don't think that anything that's happening right now is totally worth cutting. But I do think that if we were to watch the 15 minute and there is a full engulfment of that previous 15 minute candle, that would be enough information for me. Can you imagine if Tesla actually ends up just completely full on reversing to the downside? That would be crazy. Tesla rejected the same place yesterday. Yes, sir. Yep. Right there too. Hands off. I am hands off. Holy gotta take a crack at it here in a second. Hold on. Holy crap, dude! We're looking like we're gonna melt here. Let's see how this 15-minute looks. Oh yeah, that's a big ass rejection right off of that 225. That's one, two, three, four rejections off the top. We've got candle closes here at 221. So I tell you what, I'll leg into something maybe below that 221 mark. But remember, we're still in the zone. Break in trend doesn't happen unless we break, just like PayPal, guys. That's what we need. We're not in that space. So that is a gnarly fucking reversal though. Spies moving here to the downside. Right here. See that 221.11? I'll pop into one right there. 215 strikes. This week. Keeping everything light, just like I spoke about this morning. MRO is lost 50% of that 15-minute candle above it.
If you see your state, you can register to vote online right now.
No.
It only
Jesus, PayPal. I am, yeah. I got a small put right now. I'm hotkeying in right now, as we speak. But I also am keeping in mind we need to make a new low below 219.65. Levels marked right now. We've got a key level to hit, which is 220. I am blown away right now on PayPal. I might end up below $80, throwing some profit in for a $75 put. Guys, on MRO, you can go ahead if you would like. You can cut those for a very, you don't have a loss on this. You shouldn't have a loss. I'm not going to cut them quite yet. I'm going to leave them. And I'll go ahead and set the stop at 26.44 since I've given myself a cushion, and I'll hedge myself down there. Anywhere below that, then we'll go ahead and cut it loose. So, but I'm not going to be paying too much more attention to that. Watch Amazon to that level, that gap fill here. Spy looking like it might end up hitting 330 or 350. I've got 354.82, but God, you might need to start playing Spy. Anybody else in PayPal right now?
White House says G7 leaders' call on the Ukraine has ended. Joint statement.
All right, right off support, right off of that mark, literally 219.95. Keeping it light still. We can push past that level to the downside. I'd be happy to go ahead and leg in a little bit more, looking at 218.50, 55 for a break here. So not a big fan of being inside of the box and making a trade. I'd like to do what PayPal's doing.
Falling to the lows, 35.82, down about 1.25%.
I am not very happy with Tesla right now. Below $80 here on PayPal. Not happy with Tesla right now. The reason why is because SPY is fucking free falling. Amazon's dumping. PayPal's dumping. Meta, I'm not even looking at fucking Meta. Meta's dumping. Still. Straight dumping.
There's a Tesla pulling back now, high around $226.
And Meta's not. So, or Tesla's not, which is not good, right? So we're not going to get a fucking break of range unless we go ahead and make that move and push to the downside. So maybe a delayed dump. I'm in the puts. I'll watch, but I'm gonna have patience with this, but I also don't have a lot of patience right now. No way, Neo, you little fucker. Okay, so forgive me. December, not December. You know what? Let me go January. Hey, don't tell anybody. I'm getting a January 2023 $5 put for Neo. This is a purely speculative leap. Don't tell your friends. $5 put on Neo for January 2023. Nope, don't like that. No, because here's the way that I look at this. Everything is dumping, right? And eventually we should hit a bounce point. That includes SPY. Tesla is not breaking range, and so when it bounces, it's going to actually have a base build, right? Which would give it more a higher chance of moving and breaking out to the upside. So yeah, don't short it at 220. If we close below that and we get to 1860, for sure. Let's run it. Let's run the dump. But we need to see an expeditious move. Volume's good. We like the volume. So hopefully they keep shoving those out. God, I don't even know what to say about Meta. Absolutely horrendous selling pressure here. This is one of the downfalls of trading one waiting for the 218.50 bounce. Don't go against the or well, as I say, make sure be careful not to go against the trend on this one. Hold on, let me see really quickly. I want to see something before I say something. Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. Now I see it. Okay, so if we can end up moving to the downside, maybe we get this channel. Nice resistance right there. Otherwise, we're dealing with that, and that can keep us in range. So we're gonna bounce. Not looking for a full bounce, but we're not breaking lows. We do not have. I'm watching the tape right now. Yeah, literally just flat, just straight up flat bounce. Let's see here. This is the last retest area. So if you're gonna bounce when it come to light, Garrett, you got 20 contracts on the upside. That's a big ass rejection, like big ass red wick down there on Tesla. I'm just gonna sit and wait, be patient. If this candle closes back up at 221, absolutely, you know that's for sure gonna end up being a thing. Smack it. What is that? Macy's? Jesus, 96 contracts. Good God. I don't know how. So my thoughts on the fact that Meta and everything else is likely going to bounce just leads me to believe that Tesla's going to see an even bigger bounce. So I'm actually going to got a size down at my stop, which I'm going to go ahead and say 221, this 9-day moving average here.
Ukraine's Zelensky at the G7 says Putin could escalate the war in Ukraine as a threat.
If you guys Mike is not muted, make sure to mute yourself, please. Patience, patience, patience. Yeah, everything is bouncing.
NTIP, Network One Technology, says on October 6th, the company commenced litigation against Alpha Networks, Fortinet, Honeywell, and Ubiquity. Rectangle India pop-up. Shares of Network One popping here up 4% now, $2.30. NTIP. Network One Technology says litigation regarding the infringement of the company's remote power patent.
Why did I choose you today, Tesla? Why? We're in range, and yeah, I'm gonna make a business decision here soon, so don't hold on. Don't be emotional about contract inside of this range when we can take a better play somewhere else. So
Ukraine Zelensky says Russia has started a new stage of escalation, so new sanctions are needed.
Your birds will come back.
Of course they'll come back. They're birds. I trust them. I understand them. It's people I don't understand.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to trim out of those. Meta, look for about maybe a retest 128 here. I wonder if Tesla falls and the market bounces. That'd be some shit. Just being patient here, guys, but not a super big fan of this type of price action. It'd be nice to go ahead and get a range break today, but right now it looks like we might end up seeing a bounce and a remaining in range for the remainder of the day, which is kind of what this looks like here. So it looks like we got Meta bouncing finally. Spies. Okay, spies at my.
UNW, Maywood Technology, resuming trade after a circuit breaker. Steve number whiskey.
There's zero adjustments that are going to be made to Tesla stop loss. This stop loss stands no matter what. I am out of Tesla immediately as soon as we cross above it. No, I don't care what happens. I'm done. Like this is not. I like that 15-minute, that big 15-minute rejection, that engulfment, right? But that engulfment doesn't give us a candle close outside of our range. And that's what you're seeing right now. So this is now just another more than likely range bound trading day. And so I'm either A, suspecting that we see a tap here and then we see a pullback over, perhaps, we get a couple of retests and continue lower, or Tesla, because it had some really good delivery numbers, buyers are too aggressive right now and keeping it flat. So I'm up 25. I'm about 25 cents. I don't trade. Again, I need to get out of this area. This is not my area, and that's what I was looking for, and that's what I'm positioning myself for, is a potential move out of this area. So whether that be up or down, it doesn't matter to me. I just need to see a candle close. So I'm taking smaller positions, looking for, and that's a cut for me right there.
Reaffirms its
Okay,
guidance
I'm not getting filled.
and a focus on affordable healthcare for aging and underserved populations. That's Bravo Hotel Golf Right Healthcare.
This is the last retest point, which is 221.75. I've marked in my channel. You see a rejection here
Zelensky says we propose that an
and
internet
a fall
mission
back
is
underneath,
based on
then
Ukraine.
perhaps you will go make a new low.
Ukraine is not any military action against Belarus. Ukraine only interested in its territorial sovereignty.
I have my fingers literally twitching on top of the button to sell right here. I'll let you know once I get filled. Yeah, I'm down $2. Like I'm actually not down anymore. I'm green still. I'm still green on Tesla, but not big. Oh, picking the Tesla. Look at Tesla. Look at PayPal. Look at Amazon. Everything got a big move. Look at Meta. The kid has too many skins. All right, I closed out a little bit down 4%, guys. Nothing. Not stuck that bad. So, um, I am not trading Tesla inside of this box. Again, take a look at this mess. You have yet to and have to go and close a candle up above 226, or Tesla could and more than likely will continue to the downside. Don't get it twisted right now. Everything, all sellers have been trying to push Tesla down. So it will require them to push and hold that price above those candle closes here. And I think that's one of the reasons, right, is we've tapped that low. And we have a candle close right here at 220, or a candle open at 220.80. And so there you go, right there. We need to have that happen. That's what you need to have close in order to see any continuation to the upside. And this could be a good bounce. This could be a good bounce and break out of there.
Pose risk to financial stability, said you'll actually continue to normalize rates, tackle inflation.
Yeah, but again, up, right? 225, 226, all gravy. But I need to see again. I'm looking for an extended move out of this range, out of the box. I don't trade in the box. I trade out of the box. So think outside the box. Again, take a look at what happened yesterday, right? V shape, V shape, V shape, V shape, V shape. That's what's liable to happen in here unless we make a move. Now, the only thing that I'm going to confirm is that Tesla has above average volume now, consistent. So there is a good chance that we can still. I'm not out of the day. I'm not out for the day. But I am still looking for a extended break in range for Tesla. So I need to see a break in downtrend, if that's where this downtrend is at, and a push out of this box. As soon as that happens, I can go ahead, and I'm looking at earnings anyway. I'll start targeting the 240s, possibly going out of a couple of weeks. But right now, it literally is 50-50. 50-50. You know, you've got a bunch of projections off the top. You've now got bounces off the bottom. So Meta looks like it might take another spill. This one rejected. It's 128 mark, like I said. Netflix just crossed 250. Oh. But didn't they have a gap to fill somewhere up in there? Watch Netflix down to 212. Look at that, guys. Getting chopped to absolute fucking bits. But I'm not done for the day. I'm gonna take a trade. I want to see some. I want to see some movement. I will take a trade if it opens up. But otherwise, missed Meta this morning. PayPal was dope. Definitely a nice green there. And then MRO just kind of flat. So obviously we took profit on 100% put, but I'm ready to take a trade. Just again, I gotta see a solid setup so that we can take a trade and hold a trade for the day, as day traders do. Yeah. Tesla. Yo, Netflix looks like it's just about to fucking free fall, which it already has done. There's a couple people in here watching Netflix, I know. This is the curse and the blessing of trading just Tesla sometimes. You could have traded anything else.
Can't believe they have to do this for a helper. No, it's not fair. There's nothing we can do about it.
Rod trades with 20 grand in like a position, guys. So what Rod does, I don't do, right? I trade with a 30K account. So I would be risking 50, 60, 40% of my account to take it. And again, that's a trading strategy, which he executes well. But I don't enter, even if it's a 10K position or a 15K, 5K, 10, I don't enter positions. The most that I'll put into a trade is, for the most part, is somewhere around $6,500, 6K. Sometimes I'm feeling froggy, but again, for me, I wasn't even down like $20, so like this right here is not tradable. There's no, the risk to reward isn't there for me. This, a break below, down to my target, plenty of risk to reward. That's what I'm looking to execute. A move above this area and a move into 227.22 and more than likely 228. That's relatively profitable for me. Right now, I could look to take this break, this next new high, so 224.38. I could take a position above that, 2 weeks out, and hold it and look for a break out of that range. But again, I'm looking for any active plays right now? Not at my desk. No, no. Nope. Did you Thomas? Did you TP PayPal? But again, like I was saying, guys, it's important, and to yeah, it's important to know what someone's doing, right? That's why, like, even the gains page, we've always been hesitant because how we've had people in this chat I have screenshots of $180,000 days from people that are in our Discord, right? That we've had people have $250,000 days. But if you would have taken it with your $500 or $1,000 account, maybe you would have made, $120, $300. But it's just one of those things where my strategy doesn't call for me. Oh no, damn. Sorry about that. Yeah, never really broke range down to the 85, but yeah, this isn't profitable for your, this morning pot could have been relatively profitable for a weekly. But again, yeah, I for me, the risk to reward needs to be higher because I'm not using as much capital. So it's that simple. So don't feel FOMO for something that you'd have to take a loan out on your house to achieve. Rod Slinger is really the money slinger. This man's slinging around racks. So go to Amazon's hourly and pay attention to where that hourly Amazon candle closes. You do not want to close above 112.48. There you go, guys. Thanks, Rod.
BMW, VMware launching AI Research and Innovation Center in Montreal. Victor Michael Whiskey.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. People, a lot of times, people's goals is exactly that.
ASCP.
All right. Now on Tesla, right? Now, if I was in next week's contracts, that would have been okay. We've got a retest on SPY. There's still a new potential low at 355 that I have here to the downside. So again, you're seeing your another rejection up at the top. So watch for what could potentially be another leg down. Not taking it right now. Nothing there. So Atlantic Equities downgraded the stock. It is at a 160 fucking price target. What are you talking about? No way. Hold on. Hold on one second. Yo, Meta might have just hit its daily support. I think we might have done that. Hold on one second. No, not quite. But that is different. Watch Tesla went down for that third tap and popped right back up. They're putting a lot of pressure on those shorts. You go make a new high here, higher high, 224.26. You will go back up to 225.50. And then I do think that 227 right here would be your target. A break above that, And that looks good for those 240s, you know, given 2 weeks, 245s. Just don't want to get stomped out again. And the I can actually track that the majority of the times that I stomp out or is when I'm in range. But I am looking at the October 28th. 240 strike. Looking, not purchasing. Yeah. Um, yes, but yeah, you go to the website. That's the new setup. Sorry, YouTube. It's kind of, again, I have a lot to focus on, so it's kind of hard to go back and forth. Look at the chat in there and then look at everything else. So
HKD, AMPD, global shares halted at the highs on a circuit breaker of Kilo Delta. Shares up 22%. Shares of AMPD IP also spiking.
oh my god, dude, Tesla fucking do something, dude. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And there's like a 50/50 chance that either one happens.
That's Alpha Michael Tango Delta.
Right, that's fucking cool, man. That's really cool. Not yet, but maybe soon I will be taking a meta call into earnings. Maybe tomorrow. Well, I fucking stopped looking. Hey, look at MRO still not going down any further because yeah, so just make sure that if you're not comparing yourself to anybody else, don't, I think that looking at Rod and his journey, like that's motivation, right? Because it shows you that obviously even to get to the base account size, that's still life changing right there. So that's a goal. That's something to work up to. That's badass. But know where you're at and know what you've got to do. Which is going to be a little bit different. You can see that it gets easier with a little bit more liquidity. It is. Comparison is the thief of joy. That's right. It is very difficult and takes the utmost discipline to grow a small count, which is necessary because if you have those skills, then it gets easier. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you got to learn how to manage more money. Um, but at the end of the day, it does get easier. For me, I have a mental thing where you know, if I got too much money in my trading account, everything looks playable. You get to play. You get to play. It's not good. Dude, buyers are so relentless right now on Tesla that I'm pretty much yeah, that October 21st, guys. I'm gonna take a crack at it. I'll just buy one right now. If I'll just take the 9-day moving average as a stop loss right here, which is at 222.36. I'm just gonna go light into that one. The call right now, 240 strikes sitting at a 7.9. Oh shit. Okay. Uh, Keeping it light though, so just be rod eventually. Yeah, just be rod. But what I think this is, I mean, you can guys, he's trading with more than me. His strategy, right? Like he's built something that works for his account, right? Obviously, he's not risking over 1%. He's still able to get a good return. He has a daily goal. Like he's got to set up for himself. So, the same thing has to be implemented, for your account. What does your account have to abide by? What rules do you have to like? Again, with MRO, I don't know if Turtlicious is on. If you're on, dude, um, uh, he's not. Oh god. But like that's if I have $100 in my account, right? I'm playing something like that. I can hedge myself with $30. I can, whatever.
HKD shares resumed trading. Hotel Kilo Delta. Price leading 43.85 at the high of 41%.
Oh. At this point, there is a lot of money to the downside. So MRO giving another sweet bounce. Again, 27.17. You guys see those candle closes? That's it. That's it right there. So, but seriously, you can build your account one way, right? Get to a place where you have a little bit of cushion, and at that point, you can start making different decisions. But just know that anytime you switch strategies or learn something, you're gonna go through it just like you did in the beginning, right? So it's a matter of get good at one, get really good at one, and have the discipline to stick to it, and not right
Yes.
because the only way that we're going to develop that discipline is by actually making the choice to do it, like to actually like it's like quitting cigarettes or starting a new habit. You have to like go against the grain, which everybody's grain is going to be like if there's a way to if there is everything feels like FOMO, for a new trader because they feel like every play, like it's gonna go crazy, and then they even get wrapped up in like that notion in their head and get attached to the idea that like this has to go up, which it doesn't. Starting with 100 now at 250, my percentage is higher than Rod Stringer. You're better than him, and that's just how it is.
RTX
You're better than
Raytheon.
Oh, sure.
Raytheon.
Specific. Rod, dude, that's but congratulations again, man. That's I didn't know that. So that's dope, dude. I'm really thankful that things are going well.
FYFT Lyft says there is no immediate or direct.
You got to come out to Savannah, dude, with party.
Business at this time.
I'll help you. I'll help you with those games.
Leaving Yankee.
You can lose money in Savannah.
Hey, Potter, even trading that, I will back off my contracts by half. If I'm down 2 days in a row,
Mm-hmm.
I cut my contracts, get lighter until I prove I can make it, again.
Yeah.
I don't just keep doing the same damn thing.
Yeah, man. And that's and you have the time in the market too, so that's yeah, man, that's awesome. And good solid risk management starts at square one and carries its carries its way all the way up to the top. So even when you're trading on a big account like that, having good risk management, reacting, not hoping, just trading what you see. Yeah, it's awesome. And I mean, that's dope. You guys actually, what was really cool is like, yeah, Rod took the bounce that put me down like maybe, I think I was down like 10 or $15. And he's up, $1,000, $1,500.
Lyft says new Department of Labor.
Pretty cool. So,
It was a textbook play for me. At 220, because the instant it breaks 220, it stops me out, and then it's free to run. So if I had a goal of making 1 point on that contract, which it may,
yeah.
but my stop on it would have been like a 20-cent loss.
That's exactly like, and that's that counter. It's hard to do that, but like that counterintuitive, like, okay, well, it's just like a resistance, right? If I want a short resistance, right? If I know that we've hit a certain mark, like, then that break above your mark would be your stop loss, which is always better, right? To get in at like, which is why I usually try and get in at like a median mark, or something of that nature, so that way I have something up against my back that'll let me know that it's time to get out, but also I'm not too far away from that mechanical trigger to get stomped out with a big loss. So the risk to reward doesn't get, I don't get clapped. So, dude, this price action on Tesla just wow. But I think we called it this morning again, a little bit before the bell or a little bit after the bell, that if we stay in the box, we chop the chop box. This thing sucks. Watch it dump. Watch it dump. I'm watching the tape right now. Watch him sink it fat right down to 220.50, and then we get the delayed dump, as you guys were talking about earlier. Well, I don't know why, but I think it goes to 220.60. Let's go look at the daily. Let's go with the hourly. All right, so 41 minutes. I want you guys to also keep in mind, right? Candle closes 226.65, 225 or 222.75, right? Right now we're above it. That's okay. That's good. But we're also looking at it right now, and then if it was to pull back to 220, absolutely not. This hour, that would be more or less of a doji, excuse me. And then you could end up seeing another reversal to the downside. So, how long have you been trading to, Rod? Like 20 years or something like that?
I've been trading since 1999.
Dang.
Yeah. I don't even have a dog that's that old.
I didn't even know dogs live that long. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, exactly. Like a couple dogs. Oh, wow.
I hadn't been trading full time all that time. I've traded full time off and on, but I
Right.
had businesses I ran, and so which I'm in one now. This sucks, but
Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to remember what the hell I was even doing in that. I think I got hit by a car in 1999. That's about it. Well, I think that was like the highlight. Twice. Yeah, twice. Yeah, twice. I got hit twice by two different cars in 1999. I don't know what the hell I had going on, dude. Rod was looking at charts when I was learning the ABCs. Yeah, Rod was looking at charts when I was learning how to cross the street correctly. Actually, it wasn't. That wasn't the case. I got pushed out into the street and then lost my momentum. Wouldn't let me stop. And then all of a sudden, a very helpful red Mazda stepped up and really lended a hand in stopping my momentum.
G7 says in a statement that we reaffirm that any use of chemical, biological, or nuclear weapons by Russia would be met with severe consequences.
I am very, very tempted to possibly grab a preemptive earnings trade on Meta. I right now I'm looking at what looks to be. I'm starting to think that we're at that higher time frame support. Oh God, what is that? I see live leak. Oh my God, that's not real. Is that real? That's not real. There's no way that's real. Yeah, they overlaid that. Unless that man's in China, then absolutely, because people do not stop. From what I know, they don't.
hey Potter, I started trading in the .com craze, and back then all you did was wait for something to pull back and buy. You just bought eBay, Amazon, anything, and wasn't nothing to trade. Just wait for it to pull back a day or two and buy it. Make 10, 15 grand going down the road. And about the time I started reading charts to kind of figure things out, I noticed that they all moved on earnings,
Yeah.
coming up to earnings.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God the .com bubble popped and I could read charts then.
That's God. Yeah, thank God, because seriously, it would have been a hard time to be trying to do the same thing. Hey yo, we actually hit MRO. MRO is still candle closing at 26.50, same level. I have 26.40, which I'm okay with it going down to, but I'm still bullish on this one. right, 1 second. I get the restroom.
G7 leaders said we will continue to impose further economic costs on Russia.
Well, look at that. Tesla's not done anything. There's that move down on Tesla. Oh my God.
GSQA, G Squared, and Transfix mutually agreed to terminate business combination agreement that Gobson Quebec Delta. Shares were halted ahead of that news. That's Gobson Quebec Delta.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to see some CPI action here because this might keep us boxed in too. We need 220.90.
Lately I've been so alone. I think you.
Look at this. Look at this mess. You might wick down and hit that bottom and then bounce again. So I'm gonna stay in cash right now.
BA Boeing booked a total of 96 gross orders in September. That's Bravo Alpha. Canceled a total of 6 airplanes in September, including 5 737 MAXs for Akasa Air. Booked 90 orders of net cancellations and conversions in September. Reported 51 deliveries in September. That's Bravo Alpha. Boeing says gross 737 MAX orders in 2022, 424.
Hold on, guys. I gotta take this phone call.
I ain't really prepare myself for it, but I'm doing my thing though, you know what I'm saying?
STLA, Stellantis announcing dedicated business unit to power new era of sustainable manufacturing and consumption at Sandy Tango Lima Alpha. ABYA for announcing partnership with Avaya. That's Alpha Victor Yankee Alpha. Dow Jones Industrial Average currently positive about 0.3%. Nasdaq and S&P lower. DKNG DraftKings, the weekly $14 calls. Heavy activity now. Delta Kilo November Golf, DKNG.
All right.
Shares of DraftKings off the lows now at $13.25. DKNG.
Hold on. Be boring trading conditions right now.
Apple analyst Ming Chi Kuo says Apple's global supply chain management strategy.
I think if you're still in 240s with me on Tesla, I'm just hanging on here. And if we get another rejection, then I'll go ahead and call it. But
Uber out with a tweet. This is our statement on the proposed Department of Labor rule. The Department of Labor listened to drivers who consistently and overwhelmingly state that they prefer the flexibility that comes from being an independent contractor. Today's proposed rule takes a measured approach, essentially returning us to the Obama era during which we grew exponentially. That from Uber. Apple analyst Ming Chi Kuo says the main non-China production site for MacBook. The future may be Thailand. That's moving from China. That's Alpha Papa Lima. Also, production moving more to India.
Oh no. Sorry, not for meta. No, meta, yes. I'm probably gonna just go ahead and target the floor 135 strikes next week. Um, but for Tesla, I'm already in 240s. October 28th. All right. So for me, guys, we're so tightly wrapped up in this area on Tesla that I'm obviously I'm not gonna sit here and stress out or anything like that. I'm just gonna go ahead. What was that? Make sure you're muted. I don't know who's talking. Um, but right now it looks like a decent build. Um, anywhere below these lows, obviously we can look for a leg down. But I'm gonna hang on to what I got. If we get a strong push below that pivot point 222, I'll go ahead and cut and just wait for the next breakout on Tesla. But the best thing about this, y'all, is that we know that contraction leads to expansion, and we should expand in some direction, one or the other. Right now, please observe the 15-minute candles closing at 223. So it is still just as likely for us to go down as it is for us to go up. Right now, there's definitely a lot of build underneath us. For Meta, um, right now it's riding that 9-day moving average. I would say another little pop here should give you a test of 130. Above that, we could look for a 133.73 retest, but MRO looks like it's taken another crack at the potential gap here. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. But otherwise, good luck to everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Slow day. I just picked Tesla today, and unfortunately, this is the type of price action that we got. And that happens from time to time, again, when you're trading, individual stocks. But that means that we could expect a reasonable move here. Please, you can also look here. This also has the descending triangle type vibe as well. So keep that in mind. So, all right, everybody. I will see you later. I got a couple meetings. So, Tesla for earnings. I don't know quite yet whether I want to straddle that one or not. At this point, I'm a little bit. I'm up in the air about it. Um, we've on the daily, right? We're really, really tightly in range. And so I would have to go a great deal. I think the target would be like 180s, or one even 200 is going to be too close. So I'd either have to target 180s or something like that on earnings. But I don't like that we're inside of a range at the bottom, because if we were to bounce up into earnings, that would make that trade far more difficult. So, but there's plenty of earnings to go around. So, guys, we are only down. I'm down 6% on MRO November 18th. So, not out at all. Just wait. Yep, absolutely. All right, guys. We'll talk to you a little bit. See you in a little bit. Peace.